Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be back in front of you guys right now. I'm coming at you with a brand new video and with a completely bare face as well because I'm going to be doing a first impressions video. So I did try to do this before actually. I tried to film it the other day, but it just didn't work out. I was babysitting my niece and my dogs were like going crazy and they woke her up. I got as far as like foundation and just playing around with the eyeshadows. And because of that, I'm not going to be using a brand new foundation that I haven't used before because the one that I was going to use, I already tested out and I found out that I don't like it. And I don't like really enjoy saying that because I feel like I've never done that on my channel. I've never talked negatively about a product as far as I know, but I just really didn't like this foundation. I felt like it just didn't work well for my skin. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about why. So this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and I heard so much about this foundation and I had really high hopes for it. If you go on like Influencer or the Sephora website, you get really good feedback about it, but for me it just did not work. I don't have bad skin. I do have some blemishes, and because where I live it does get colder. It is, you know, my skin's going through a transition right now because it just immediately went from really warm to really cold really quickly. So my skin is kind of freaking out right now. But I don't have, you know, super flawed skin. I don't have a lot of issues that I feel like I need super full coverage foundation to fix. But this is just, I feel like this is for people that have absolutely perfect skin already, that don't have these issues, that maybe live in a climate where the weather is a little bit more stabilized and the air might be just a little bit, you know, pure and cleaner for that reason, if there's less pollution where they live too, because I live, you know, in a city, so there's more pollution, and that can definitely affect your skin. So I just feel like because of that, this foundation just wasn't a good match for me. Also, if you at any point hear any pitter-pattering around, that's most likely my puppy. She's just walking around and she's really curious and likes to smell and see what I'm doing all the time, so that's probably what you're going to hear. And if my voice sounds a little bit off, I had a really bad cold and it's gone, but I still have kind of like the gross mucusy thing, so my voice I feel like isn't back to 100 yet. So if I sound a little weird or drop into vocal fry, which I'll try to avoid while I'm doing this, that's why. I'm going to be starting off with this primer. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if I put it over here. It is the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. I'm just going to dot this and I think on camera it is maybe showing up like a little more glowy and moisturized. I mean, I feel like my skin was already kind of glowy because I moisturized and everything, but I definitely noticed when I was rubbing it, I was like, oh, look at that. So this just feels like I put an extra moisturizer on my face. It's just really nice. It soaks right into your skin. Yeah, my skin feels really soft and smooth right now, and I feel like it has like a nice kind of glow. So because the Makeup Forever foundation didn't work for me, I'm going to be going in with one that has become probably like my top 3 foundations, and this is the Tarte Clay Stick foundation. So this is definitely like a medium to buildable. It has pretty good coverage as far as you know, like I said, even though this is my first time using a stick foundation, I still know about stick foundations and stuff, so I know that this is really good coverage for a stick foundation. I just kind of make my face look like the sun, I guess. I'm going in with this Kabuki brush from Tarte. This is my favorite foundation brush actually. I just feel like it's super great. It's super soft and fluffy, and your foundation looks flawless when you apply it on. So I'm gonna go in with this one. It is almost getting a little too dark for me. Like right now I think it's just the way the light's reflecting, it still looks good, but I know that probably like mid-December I might have some issues with it, so I'll probably have to get either a lighter shade or use one of my other foundations. I have a lot of sample sizes of things that I just have never worked through and I really wanted to, so I'm going to be picking up this Becca Aqua Luminous. This is what the little kind of cover looks like to, you know, showcase a product, to show you that they have a full range of women it can work on. I'll bring it back here so maybe you can see a little bit better. But this is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer, and it says conceal with a perfect drop of luminosity. So on this little packaging, it sends me the foundation, not the foundations, it sends me the concealer shades, Fair, Medium, and Dark Golden. I obviously think Fair is going to be far too light for me, so I'm going to try the Medium, but the Medium, just based off this, may be too close to my skin tone. So I'm going to try it. If the Medium is too close to my skin tone, then I'll just mix in the Fair and see if that balances it out at all. Yeah, Medium would be good. So I did see, I believe her channel name is Miss Kelsey Brianna J. She is a makeup artist for Jennifer Hudson. I believe it's Jennifer Hudson, yeah. And she, in her spare time when she's not, you know, slaying the makeup game and going on tour, she does a lot of reviews. It might be Mary J. Blige, actually. Or no, who would it be? Jill Scott. She's a makeup artist for Jill Scott. That's who it is. But yeah, I'm going to, I forgot, sorry, my friend texted me and I looked at the text message and I was like, and I lost my train of thought. She's a makeup artist for Jill Scott, and she has reviewed this concealer, and she did not like it very much. She didn't give it a very high rating, and I really trust her reviews because she is, you know, she knows what she's doing. She's a working makeup artist, and she's, you know, literally doing a goal thing, which is working for Jill Scott on tour. So there's not a lot of product in here, so I just feel like this eye needs like slightly more product, so I'm trying to even it out. But she didn't love the way that it ended up looking on her skin and holding up. So I'm curious to see how I like it. I don't know, I really like this. I was basically just explaining, my camera kind of cut out, but I was basically just explaining that because the beauty blender or any beauty sponge is going to pick up the excess product, I don't want to use it on this because I have such little product to work with already, so I don't want to use it. I want to use a buffing brush that's going to just buff everything in, and I really like it. It's a very natural finish. I feel like I could even go a little bit lighter. I'm almost tempted to put Fair on here, but I know Fair is going to just be way too light and it's going to ruin everything. So I'm not going to do it. But as you guys can see, I think it's because it's Becca, and Becca always gives a glow. It's still giving like a really nice glow under the eyes, and it's super natural, which is fine. I do like to be kind of highlighted under my eyes a bit, so I tend to go at least 2 shades lighter than my face instead of just 1 shade. I feel like this is kind of 1 shade lighter. Hey guys, so I just needed to come back on here really quickly just to kind of let you guys know something that I realized when I was editing this video. So as much as I do like the concealer and I feel like it was really cute and pretty and it was a very glowy base, I did immediately notice when I was editing that it could have been partially because I just didn't have enough product, or it could have just been because it isn't as full coverage as I needed to. I didn't have a way to really test it out because I didn't have enough to really build it up. But my under eye circles just were not covered up. I've been recovering from a cold. I was really tired the day that this was filmed, and my under eye circles needed that extra bit of love, and I just didn't give it there. So my final look, I look a little dark underneath the eyes because of that. So I just wanted to come on and let you guys know. So I have like a little scoop of the medium left and like a lot of the Fair left, so I'm going to just mix them and just see how it works in the other parts of my face, because I feel like those could be a little bit lighter and I can tone them down. Alright, I'm just going to say it looks way whiter on camera than it actually is. It's definitely not this bright. Like if I back up, you can kind of see that it's a little, I feel like the closer I get where more the light hits me, it's just kind of like, whew, it's not this stark white. It really isn't. So I'm just going to blend this out casually, just carefully. And it's blending out nicely. It's definitely giving me that. I am almost now tempted to put the lighter shade under my eye because now I feel like I have to balance it out. Can I help you? My puppy keeps on coming over. She doesn't want to be on camera, but she also, I don't think, doesn't want me to film. She wants me to play with her. But I'm filming, so I can't. Just gave me the hurt back away, like whatever. Okay. I mean, it's blending out really nicely. It really is. Like it's blending out seamlessly. I think Honestly, Becca, I've never tried her eye products personally, so I can't speak to her, you know, eyeshadows or anything like that, but her face products never disappoint. They're always amazing. So, like, look, I just look so glowy and golden wherever I put that product at. It's amazing. Alright, I feel like I need to just balance out the under eye. So I'm going to try it out. I'm going to see how this works if I just take the fair and mix it with a little bit of the medium that's left over and just kind of very lightly, just at least, you know, like that, very lightly put that there and see if that changes anything. Yes. I really like this concealer. I'm about to go and buy this thing. This is so far so good. I really hope this stays, that I don't come back to you guys and say, so this is what actually happened. Like, I really hope that I actually end up enjoying this concealer and wearing it, because it's really nice. I remember somebody recommending this concealer to me actually, and I was like, Now I don't have a new setting powder, so I'm going to go in with my handy dandy Sacha Buttercup powder. This stuff is holy grail, as most of you know. I'm just going to pick up a brush and just very lightly dust this off. Actually, I think I might use this powder brush. It's a big old fluffy brush. I'm just going to, that was a weird sound. It's a big old fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pat, 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 and then just dust it off. I'm not going to do any baking or anything today because there's no point. So my face makeup is pretty much set as far as the base. I'm going to go back and do all the other stuff later. Hello. I'm going to start off with my eyes now, or move on to my eyes now. So I'm picking up this. This is actually my happy birthday. I've had it for that long and I haven't used it. This is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Potion, Primer Potion in Original, which I don't think I've actually used the original before. I've heard good and bad about it, but I'm going to try it out for myself for the very first time. So I want to try this. This is the Tarte Ready Set Radiant Skin Mist. Oh, it smells like cucumbers. It's refreshing. It smells like cucumbers. The Smashbox Cover Shot palette in the Ablaze Eye. This is the Ablaze Eye Smashbox Cover Shot palette. It looks like this, and it just has that holographic front. It's beautiful, and it's perfect for travel. It comes with a total of 8 shades in it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I have another one of theirs. I wasn't as in love with the colors when they applied on the eyes, but this one is all warm tones, so it's right up my alley. I'll show you guys. Absolutely beautiful, and it comes with a mixture of matte, satin, and shimmer shades. So I'm going to start off by picking up the shade Moccasin, which is just this matte neutral shade, and popping that in my crease to begin the look. I'm just taking a big fluffy blending brush, tapping off the excess and going in. So the very same niece is actually here again today, visiting, but somebody else is watching her, so I don't have to, but if she pops up at any point, it's because she's very curious, as I said before, and that's just how she rolls. So I went ahead and popped that shade Relax into my crease, and now I'm going to be going in next with the shade Nirvana. Yeah, I'm going to be picking up this shade Nirvana right here, and going in as well. I am just tapping my brush in there, and then woo, that is pigmented. Which I guess we shouldn't be surprised because it's Smashbox, but I feel like sometimes things can be such flukes when they do, you know, stuff like this. And you're like, is it gimmicky? Is it real? This is real, y'all. This is real. I even did this on a client the other day, and I remember being surprised, but I feel like every time it's a shock at how pigmented it is. Because I literally did 2 taps. Didn't swirl, nothing. 2 taps. Look at that. It's blending out really beautifully. So I'm going to go in with my NYX blending brush. And I think I have an idea of the look I'm going to try and do. I'm going to take this little purple shade right here. It's very, very pretty. It's gorgeous. I'm going to take this. It's another matte shade. I'm going to just pop that along this area here. I think I'm going to do almost like a halo, I think. So I'm going to take a little bit of that there, a little bit there. And because this is a color I'm going to try and focus on my lid, I'm going to try and keep it a little bit lower when I'm blending it out. So far all of these mattes have been really pigmented and buttery and like easy to work with. I won't say I like them as much. My favorite mattes of all time definitely are the ones in my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I do have the Subculture palette. I know there's a lot of tea with that. I haven't used it yet, but I do have it, and I'm my dog just came over, and I'm intrigued to see. Ooh, that lighting though, girl, you're not that golden. You're golden, but you're not that golden. But anyway, I'm interested to see how that works for me because I do know that they repressed those shadows, and because they were meant to be kind of loose pigmented mattes, but they repressed them because a lot of people were having issues. So I believe that the one I have is from the newer batch. So I'm interested to see how it works because I've seen people definitely make it work, and you know, I love Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I'm now going to pick up the shade. I think I'm going to pick up the shade Dark Horse, which is this one. It's a little flat brush here. Ooh, that is pigmented and it's really pretty and it's going on like a dream. I'm a fan. I actually prefer to do it just like with a natural color first as a base and then to go in with other colors because I just feel like it looks better. For me personally on my lids, it just works better when I do that. I'm picking up my MAC Fix Plus spray and I'm just going to adds a nice little bit of glow. Just really brings it to life on top of the lid right there. And that's exactly what I wanted. Ooh, it's pretty. It's super pretty. This is a look, guys. It's a look. I know that the technical thing that people say is it's a look, but personally, not a fan of that phrase, so it's a look. I love Issa Rae though. I love her. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I mean, it's beautiful. Like, it's beautiful. I think what I'm going to do, just to add a little bit more, well, I want to kind of reinforce the pink, so I'm going to pick up that same old blending brush that I used before, and I'm just going to take that and just kind of reinforce just some of the pink, because I feel like I lost it just a little bit on the inner outer corner, just to kind of remind the shadow that like it's a blending thing. We're going to work together. One's not going to overpower the other. I'm just going to very lightly, like literally going in with one tap. And I'm just going to, right on the outer corners, outer and inner corner, just as you can see, I'm just kind of tapping that. That's all I'm doing. Just tapping that in. I'll blend it a tad bit, just right on the very edge that is not super harsh. And then I'm going to do the very same thing on the inner corner. I'm just going to, maybe with like a little bit more powder, a little more eyeshadow. Very lightly. Just to remind the shadow that we know who's in charge, you know? And it's me. Or you. I'm going to be picking up this Buxom Big Tease mascara. It's a plumping mascara. And it's supposed to be amazing. So, I've never tried this before, obviously. And I'm going to just see how it works. See how it comes out of the packaging. I mean, It's not bad. It's not bad. It's definitely applying them. I'm seeing some length, but I'm not seeing anything life-changing about this mascara thus far. So because I just have this last shade, literally this is the only shade I have left of this Becca concealer, I'm going to see how it works with contouring because it's a pretty deep shade, and why not? Let's just see if I can cream contour with this. It's not that much darker than my skin, so it's not going to be a super heavy contour. It's going to be a pretty like natural contour. I'm going to pick up this brush. This is technically my foundation brush from Real Techniques. It's the Expert Face Brush. Well, it's what I use as a foundation brush, but it's the Expert Face Brush. You can use for anything. I just feel like for this, just for what I'm trying to do, I'm going to try and see if I can just kind of get into the hollows of those cheekbones and really carve some stuff out. So I'm going to pick up, I feel like I got a little bit overzealous on this side just because I missed the mark when I was trying to contour it. So I'm going to pick up some of this powder because it is a little, I know it looks a little orange on me right now. Like it's not super bad, but I just feel like around the nose it's just too noticeable. So I'm going to just take this, just sit and like literally dusting off all the excess, and I'm just going to very lightly just tone that down a little bit so it looks a little bit more natural. So I'm just going to, I don't think I have a new bronzer to try out, so I'm just going to pick up the Becca Sunlit bronzer in Panama Sun. I'm going to be dipping into my Makeup Revolution Sugar and Spice palette, and I think I'm going to go in, try to do it so you can't see it. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with this little, I'm trying to do it too, okay, down here. I think I'm going to go in with this pink shade right here, right there. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow Highlighter in the shade Oyster. I'm going to swatch it on my hand first so you can see because I think it's super pretty. I never really do liquid highlighters, but I decided why not do this for today. It's super natural and subtle, I guess. So this is what it looks like when it's blended out. I think it's just one of the prettiest shades in the world. It's got this very peachy undertone, but it also looks kind of rose golden. It's just super pretty. Look at that. It's not thick at all. It's just so pretty. Look at that. Pick that up, dab off the excess, dab off a little bit more excess, and then go in. It's pretty. It is really pretty. I want to blend it out a little bit more. I might need to go in with my fingers actually, just to blend it out. Like to apply, I think it looks really pretty. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I'm so in love with this shade that I want to put more on. I like never ever use liquid highlighters, but ladies and gentlemen, this is beautiful. Okay, I'm really liking this. I'm just like low and all over the place right now. I'm literally doing this and I still have to do my brows, but I don't care. I love highlight, I love glowing, and I feel like if you do it correctly and like figure out how it works for you, it doesn't have to age you or do any of that type of stuff. It's just a matter of like stepping back and seeing, you know, how does this work? Like Jaclyn Hill did a video recently, if you didn't already know, I love her. And in her video, she was showing that she realized the certain way she was applying her highlight aged her. And I think that if you just kind of do that, you take a second to see like how you're applying it and whatever works, that's what's important. I'm rambling at this point. I'm probably gonna cut this part out. That's just so pretty. Like, guys, it's so pretty. I want to do something that I never do. I never do this, but I feel like because it's so natural and the light hits and it's beaming, I'm gonna put it a little bit on my chin. I'm glowing right now and I love it. I'm going to be picking up my Laura Gellar New York Pout Perfection Waterproof Lip Liner in the shade Spice and lining these lips. I'm picking up this NYX Lingerie Dusk to Dawn lip color. It's kind of like a peachy nude if I remember correctly. We're going to see how this applies. Yeah, definitely peachy nude. I don't know, I typically like my nudes to be a little bit darker, so I like it. I do actually like it. It looks really nice and natural. I want to do something else I never do, which is pick up a lip gloss and pop that on top, because I feel like why not? I'm already doing all of this stuff that I'm trying out, so I'm going to try out this lip gloss for the first time and see how that works. This is in this shade, does it say shade? Perfect Nude. So hey guys, so that actually ended up being a damaged file in the video when I was trying to edit it, so I had no way to put in the final portion of this, but I actually did really end up loving this gloss. I'm not a huge gloss wearer, but this beautiful gel formula was just really comfortable on the lips for a really long time. It didn't get like uncomfortably tacky or strange until the end of the day, so I loved it. I feel like I look like Andrea Renee, and I'm about that life right now. Like, I'm about that life, y'all. I'm so into this look right now. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, comment, like, and subscribe down below, and let me know if there's anything else that you guys would like me to try out or review for the very first time on camera. See you in the next one. Love ya!